Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for February 11th, 2019. And this one talking about this Eastern Conference matchup between the Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. The total number sitting at about 220 points. This is actually a pretty important game over in the Eastern Conference in terms of that back end of the playoff picture. Washington still not completely out of it at 24-32 overall. The Pistons, they've been making some positive strides over the past week or so of action, getting themselves back into that last spot within the playoff picture at 25-29, but still overall a very disappointing campaign for both of these teams that had higher expectations coming into the year. Now, the Washington Wizards, we've actually been seeing a lot of very high-scoring games from them over the past couple weeks of action, including their last outing where the Wizards came through on the road against the Chicago Bulls by a final of 134-125, and that's going against a Chicago team that generally plays in some lower-scoring matchups. So to play in such a high-scoring contest against a team like Chicago means that Washington, they play with a lot of pace, and sometimes they can bring up their opposition to try to match that type of tempo and pace that we've been seeing from the Wizards this year. Right now, Washington, 7th in the league in scoring compared to just 29th in total team defense. So the Pistons, they're going to be trying to take advantage of what's been one of the worst defensive teams in the league this year. And Detroit, in their last outing, putting together another pretty nice offensive showing. And although if we take a look back at the past month or so of action from Detroit, they've actually played in a lot of low-scoring games. More recently, we've seen them kind of tick up on the offensive end, and it kind of started with that 129-103 win at home against the Nuggets. Then in their last outing, taking down the New York Knicks by a final of 120-103. So certainly some more positive signs coming out from the Pistons offensively. Now they bring in Wayne Ellington, who I think is a nice pickup from them, clearing waivers, of course, after he was traded, and now he's going to be joining the Pistons in what looks like a pretty good opportunity after Detroit had traded away Reggie Bullock, which opened up space at that shooting guard position. And Detroit, they seem to be playing with a little bit more confidence. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games and 3 straight. So coming into this one, it's going to be a tough battle. Both these teams trying to grab this victory to improve their chances in that Eastern Conference playoff picture. We like Detroit to come through and build off of their offensive momentum that we've seen from them more recently to try to match what we've seen from Washington in terms of these very high-scoring affairs. So with that being the case, we're going to go ahead and side with the over 220 points as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our picks for today's action over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hope to see you guys back here for our next video.